Day Northwest. Now from the Premier Blue Cross Studio, here's Margaret Larson.
Back in our kitchen area, we have one of the Real Housewives of Toronto who is getting ready to tell us how health and success go together. We've got giant bubble wrap in the studio. Next, we are cooking with the Real Housewives of Toronto star Kaplan. She will not be in bubble wrap. We'll be back after this. You guys are such good sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kaplan is an award-winning businesswoman, the author of 5 books, and one of the stars of The Real Housewives of Toronto. Her latest book is called How to Be Successful in Spite of Yourself, and she's here to explain why she believes health and success go hand in hand. Hi.
Hey,
how are you? So tell us about, first of all, what is your business?
Well, I'm in finance.
Yes.
And I write books, and I do a lot of public speaking.
How did you get involved in this TV show?
You know, they came to me and said, you know, do you want to do this? But they didn't tell me what the show was. So I said, if you want someone who is really smart and really funny, then I'm the one for you. If you want someone who's going to be slapping someone around, I don't know if that's me.
Got it.
I guess
there
they want
you
to
were.
smart and funny.
Well, congratulations. And I've never seen anyone come on the show in a hefty sack before that looks this chic. What is going on with this?
But can you believe that the bubble wrap
bubble wrap?
people,
That was so
as I
funny.
run into them in the hallway, it's like, what the? You're wearing bubble
What kind
wrap?
of show have I
Who
signed
does
up for?
that? So the dress is, we carry a lot of garbage with us in life, and we carry our past, we carry our dysfunctional childhoods, we carry a broken marriage, our sadness. We carry a lot of garbage, and we carry it on our shoulders. And so why not just wear your garbage, own it, love who you are. And the book talks about loving who you are, not carrying the garbage. Wear the garbage.
Just acknowledge it and live.
And move on.
So you posit this theory that being healthy really helps your success, and I think there's a lot to caring about yourself and all of that kind of thing. And you're an excellent cook. So what are we making today to sort of help us get going in both of those areas?
At times we tend to get in these habits where we eat really unhealthy, and then we say, okay, I've got to have that. I'm just craving that food, that go-to, and we don't crave things like broccoli or something like that.
Generally not, but I wish we did.
Because we don't know how to cook it. So I'm just going to show you. It's so simple. Put the broccoli in here. You're going to be doing the cooking.
Just like it is. I don't need to do anything else with it.
So this is being cooked. This has got some ginger and garlic in there. So ginger, garlic, really, really simple. So we're just going to, do you know how to use a chopstick?
I'm not very good at it.
I'm just going to do this. So broccoli overcooked does not taste good at all.
So you're just rubbing it in the oil and garlic.
I'm just putting it in there to get a little
whatnot.
bit of color. So see, it's brighter when you get this. So you see the broccoli gets a little bit brighter when you've got it in there. And that is coconut oil. So you eat proactively, antioxidants and things like that. So make the way of life that you have to be proactive. So it's not really about cooking, but it's cooking so that food tastes good. So you're enjoying what you're doing.
So you're intentional, right?
Yes. And so intentional, proactive cooking. So I'm putting a little bit of water in there.
Okay.
And then take some chili flakes.
Alrighty.
And then let's put the lid on there.
All right.
Okay,
The rest of these, you don't want the rest of this garlic or anything?
No, I just put that out there so you can see that. And let me just turn a little bit of this. So we're going to let this cook for a minute. And you're going to do something else with me while that's cooking. So pick up your knife.
Got it.
Tomato. So when you have food and you want it to taste good, let's take off the top of the tomato on yours.
Oh, on my tomato. I'm coming over there to watch you.
Yeah.
Okay, taking the top off.
Yeah. And then we're going to take the peel off with the knife. So we're going to go around it.
Okay. I'm still working on the top, but you go ahead.
Okay, we're going around here.
Going around here. Okay.
It's not just about cooking, it's presentation, because if the food doesn't look good, it's hard for us to eat. I mean, we don't eat soggy looking food or brown looking food.
We don't want to anyway.
The same way that we shop and we look for really bright tomatoes or we look for really good broccoli or something like that. So take the peel.
Okay.
You gotta try and get really thin.
Oops. I don't know how thin mine is, but I'm doing my best here.
And my kids growing up, I've always color coordinated my meals. I know that sounds a bit anal.
Well, what do you mean though?
So I have foods that are green and colorful and etc. So you're getting there.
But that's good because then they learn to eat things that have color, which is what we're trying to do, eat the rainbow, right?
Yeah. So then here, I'm just taking this and I'm rolling it.
Or you're going to make little roses.
I'm going to make a rose.
I love it.
And yours is thick, but you still can do
yeah.
it. So I'm rolling it up here. And
It's a little thinner at the bottom. Maybe I'll try down here.
All right. So So I just
yeah.
made the rose.
Okay.
Put it on
I think
there.
yours is going to look a little better than mine.
that pretty?
But
Like
I get
it's-
the idea. Ooh,
it's like a
that's really
rose.
pretty. How do you get that to stay together once you've done it?
Well, it doesn't really matter because it's sitting on the plate unless it starts jumping around. I use a bit of basil and I make like a little flower there on the side of
Okay.
the plate.
Mine will just be a rose bud. Will that be okay?
So rose is a rose.
Here we
There's
go.
your bud.
There's a little bud on the side.
Okay, we've got this going
Not
up
too
here.
bad.
So here, look at this broccoli.
Ooh, look how vibrant that is.
Why don't you cut this in half?
Okay.
Your rose bud is a bud. Mm-hmm. So let's squeeze a little bit of lemon on there,
Alrighty.
and then a little bit of salt and pepper.
Got it.
This is all you need to do to make really, really good broccoli.
That smells so good.
Yeah.
I think I'm smelling the ginger a lot too. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough. Food, I think food in its simple form, like 3 ingredients is enough, 3 or 4, to make really good food, and one shouldn't stand out. So there's your broccoli.
Now, were you always a healthy eater?
Always healthy eater, and my kids are healthy eaters. And so there's 8 children. I
You have
8
yes,
children,
8 children,
and
which
they're healthy eaters.
a business, an author, a TV show, a cook, and a mother of 8.
Yeah, a lot
How
of
do you
kids.
manage?
I
What's
don't
your
know.
secret?
I'm perpetually exhausted. But I live in the moment. And the book talks about living in the moment. We set these goals where we, 2 kids, a husband, and something goes wrong, the marriage ends, something happens with the children, your health gets challenged. Why not prepare yourself to have everything? And something can go wrong, but that doesn't mean that that's what defines you. That doesn't mean if you end up, so I ended up with us losing a sister, and I ended up with more kids, and that's not what defines me. What defines me is the person I am. And so my sad story isn't what defines me.
It's your adaptation,
Yes.
your survival of it.
Yes.
So being on this TV show, I have always thought this must be wild. How do you have privacy? You know, how do you deal with your family? How's it been? How long have you been doing it?
On this show or the Housewives?
No, on the
Oh.
Housewives. We're pretty good about taking care of your privacy here.
Oh my goodness, my children were just mortified because instantly you're just known everywhere. Even when we went to Australia, it's just, they were like, Mom, do you have to? And it's like, well, when I go out, I know that someone's going to take a picture. And so it's different. Your life all of a sudden is exposed. But when you're home and your friends, they don't change. It just doesn't change.
So you try to keep that normal in that way.
Well, I was never normal to begin with, but as normal as you can.
As normal as you can.
Yeah.
Now tell me a little bit more about how we might think about if we have been eating poorly and we don't feel great. And a lot of people have maybe softened on their New Year's resolutions about
Yes.
now.
But statistically, they're probably back into their normal
Yeah.
routines.
Probably so.
Yeah.
So if we want to get back on track and hearing how busy you are, what are your suggestions for how to think about just your mental attitude to get yourself going again?
So when you want opportunity to come and find you, you need to be prepared. So there's nothing like luck. Like luck doesn't walk in the door. If you want to be as successful as you can be in life, you should be prepared so that when that opportunity knocks on your door, you're going, hey, I'm ready. And so just the same as being on the Housewives, if I wanted to be on a show like that, I was ready. I was ready. I was confident. I was ready. When they knocked on the door, it might not be everybody's thing, but a lot of us secretly want to be on reality shows. So, but when they did knock on the door, I was ready for it. I was already glammy. Even a garbage bag can be glammy. I was already successful in my own right, and I was ready for that type of show. But if you want to be ready for anything in life, you've got to have a healthy body, you've got to be financially prepared, you've got to be organized, you've got to have a healthy mind, all those things. When those successes and those opportunities knock on the door, you're ready. And the book talks about how to set yourself up so you live a life of success. You don't end up there, and you get rid of all the crappy people in your life. The crappy
You go
husband,
forward.
the crappy, seriously, the crappy
Yes,
mother-in-law.
whatever it is, let it go.
Let it
And
go.
speaking of glamming up, we have a little bit of your music video.
Ah.
Tell us a little bit about how this got going.
Okay, so you don't know how to use chopsticks. Let's go do this.
Well, I do. I just generally don't do it well, so I don't do it on
Okay,
TV.
so I'll start
Well,
to
let's take
play
a
it.
look. Let's take a look at our video here. We can see it over there. Let's listen for a bit.
Seriously? Is that it? You gotta learn how to make an entrance. You gotta watch me.
That's right. Everybody, come on now. You know what to do.
Pick up the ball, you work it, girl. Bounce that ball and serve. Pick up the ball, you work it, girl. Bounce that ball and serve.
Back and forth.
I want your love. Come on, give it to me.
Feels like it's my moment. Feels like it's my moment.
So you're ready to do just about anything that comes your way.
It's, you know, life is really, really fun. So you got to do this with me, okay?
Uh-oh, what am I doing?
You're going to pick up the ball, you work it, girl. Bounce up, ball, and serve. You do it with me. Pick up the ball, you work it, girl. Bounce up, ball, and serve. Okay, here we go.
Broccoli, you plated it up.
There it is. It's plated up. So if you could eat like that, broccoli like that, not overcooked, it's just tasty. You could eat healthy. All your meals could be healthy.
I
all
love
of
this
them.
idea, and it's beautiful to look at. Thank you so much. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. We have Anne's recipe for her broccoli. Broccoli you'll really eat on our website for you to try. We appreciate you stopping by. Do I get a taste in the commercial break?
If you do the pick up the ball, you work it.
Maybe. When we come back, I'm genuinely really excited to learn to make a chunky knit blanket. We're doing some hand knitting and DIY next.